Hello, Storytimers. I'm Miss Patty at the Lincoln Public Library, and we're here for Storytime again. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying this late fall weather as it starts to get a little chilly. And today, our Storytime is going to be all about owls. Owls are a nice bird to learn about, especially this time of the year. Even though Halloween's over, owls are still out there. And let's get started learning a little something about owls. This happens to be one type of owl called snowy owl. I'm a snowy owl. My feathers are mostly white and my golden eyes are small but very bright. I have feathers on my claws and toes and a long dark pointed nose. That's what a snowy owl looks like. I think they are very pretty. But there are a lot of different types of owls, like I said. Some of them are brown, some of them are darker colors. I haven't seen too many in person, but I've seen a lot of pictures. If you go to our choice board, which is right on our website, if you scroll down our homepage onto the calendar and look at today's date, that says Storytime and More, and you have a parent click on that for you, you will find a lot of different information about owls. You'll find some games, some puzzles, and some more videos in addition to this Storytime video. So be sure to check that out if you have an interest in owls. There's also some crafts on there that you can do with some things that you might have around the house. So check it out. Okay, so what else do we need to know about owls? Well, there are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hoot owls sitting in a tree. We'll have to pretend they're in a tree. 1 flew away. Now, how many do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4 hoot owls sitting in a tree. 1 flew away. Now, how many do you see? 1, 2, 3. 3 hoot owls sitting in a tree. If 1 more flies away, how many will we see? 1, 2 hoot owls sitting in a tree. 1 flies away. Now, how many hoot owls do we see? Just 1. They flew away. We now have none. So, that's a little counting practice for today. How about we make a little more of a story out of that? And find my owls. They're all numbered there. So I'm going to do a little more to the story. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 little owls on a branch by the shore. A squirrel scampered by. Do I have a squirrel? Look at this. A squirrel scampered by. And then there were 4. Knocked that one right out of sight, didn't he? 4 little owls perched up high in a tree. The wind shook one off. They're up in a tree. Here's their tree. Wind blew. Shook one off. And then there were 3. 3 owls and a squirrel. How about that? 3 little owls with nothing fun to do. One got very bored. And he took off to find something to do, leaving us with 2. 2 little owls just having some fun. And then a bear came along. And what do you think happened then? Then there was 1. 1 little owl winked at the setting sun. Wink, wink. and flew into the forest. And then there were none. How about that? Just left with the squirrel, bear, tree, and sun. And that's a story about 5 owls. And these look a little different from a snow owl, don't they? They look like this. Where's our owl? There he is. Because they were brown instead of white. So, let's see what else we're going to be talking about in our story. We have a story about an owl, and it happens to be about the owl's bedtime. Owls tend to stay up late at night. And I don't know if they wear these, but we do. What have we got here? This, we get ready for bed. Put on our, what? You say PJs, you're right. 5 pairs of pajamas, dancing at a pajama party. 5 pair of pajamas, danced until it was quite late. They danced around the room. They danced, they sang, and ate. Until one pair said, "Holy moly, it's time for bed." So one went to bed. And then there were 4 pair of pajamas, dancing at a party. Danced until it was quite late. They danced around the room, they danced, they sang, and ate until one pair said, "Holy moly, it's time for bed." So this one hit the sack, leaving 3 pair of pajamas, dancing at the pajama party. And they danced until it was quite late. They danced around the room, they danced, they sang, and ate until one pair said, "Holy moly, time for bed," leaving 2 pair of pajamas, dancing at the pajama party. They danced, they sang, and they ate until one said, "Oh boy, it's really late." Left 1 pair of pajamas, dancing all alone, dancing at the pajama party. It danced, it sang, and ate until it realized, oh my goodness, it's very, very late. Good night. All right. Now what else might we put on when it is time for bed? I don't think owls wear these either, but we do. And there are quite a few of them too. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 9 pair of pajamas. And what do you think is up with that? Not pajamas, no. What do we wear on our feet? Slippers. 9 pair of slippers underneath the bed, waiting for a sleepyhead. One came along, and she put on a pair, and then there were, how many? 8 pair of slippers. Fuzzy and warm, hiding under the bed, waiting for a sleepy head. And someone came along, put a pair on, that left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pair of pajamas. Not pajamas. I keep saying pajamas, they're slippers. They go with our pajamas. 7 pair of slippers, all fuzzy and warm. And they were hiding under the bed, waiting for a sleepyhead. One came along, leaving 6 pair of fuzzy slippers hiding under the bed. Waiting for a sleepyhead, and one came along. Left us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pair of fuzzy slippers hanging out under the bed, waiting for a sleepyhead. Along came someone, He put them on, leaving us with 4 pairs of fuzzy slippers hanging under the bed. Someone came along, took this orange pair, and got ready for bed. Left us 3 pairs of slippers, waiting for a sleepyhead, hanging out under the bed. Let's take a green pair and put them on, keep our toes nice and warm. Leaving 2 pair of fuzzy slippers hanging out together under the bed, being very quiet, waiting for a sleepyhead. When the sleepyhead came along, took a pair, and left 1 pair of slippers underneath the bed, waiting for a sleepyhead. And when he came along, he took those right from under the bed. Sleepyheads all went to bed. And that is the story of the 9 pairs of fuzzy slippers. And our book today is called Little Hoot. And it is written by Amy Krouse Rosenthal and Jen Corace. And I'm reading it today with permission from Chronicle Books. See the story of Little Hoot. Ooh, once upon a time on a branch, there was a fellow named Little Hoot. Little Hoot was a happy little owl. Isn't he cute? Cute little Hoot. Now move a little closer to the camera so that you can get a good look. There's Little Hoot hanging out on a branch. Cute little Hoot. He liked going to school. Here he is with all his owl friends. He liked playing hide and seek with his forest friends. There they are, hiding behind trees. He even liked it when Mama Owl said it was practice time. Time to practice pondering. Sweetie, you know what pondering is? It means thinking long and hard. Owls are very wise. Okay, now practice your staring. Stare right, stare left. Stare right, stare left. But there was one thing Little Hoot did not like. Wonder what that was. Bedtime. Because when you're an owl, you stay up late, late, late. That's just the way it is. All my other friends get to go to bed much earlier than me. Why do I always have to stay up and play? It's not fair. Yes, he wants to go to bed earlier. If you want to grow up to be a wise owl, you must stay up late, said Papa Owl. And besides, I don't give a hoot what time your friends go to bed. In this family, we go to bed late. Those are rules of the roost. Stay up and play for one more hour, and then you can go to sleep, Mama Owl compromised. 1 whole hour, he boo-hooed. 1 whole hour, she cooed. So off he went. When I grow up, I'm going to let my kids go to bed as early as they want. He played swords. He played jungle gym. He built a fort. He jumped in the leaves. All to keep himself awake really late. He jumped on the bed. Can I stop playing now, pleaded Little Hoot. 10 more minutes of playing, mister, and please don't ask me again. All right, the young owl scowled. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes on his skateboard. Trying to pass the time. There, I played for 1 whole hour. Now can I go to bed? Yes, now you can go to bed. But, his mother said, woo, woo-hoo. bedtime. And the little Hoot flew right to bed. But wait, stalled Mama Owl. What about bedtime story? And don't forget a glass of water, said Papa Owl. But it was too late. He was already out like a light. He must have been very tired. Little Hoot was already fast asleep. Snooze, snore, drool. He was very tired, that's why. So they tucked in his feathers, gave him a peck on the cheek, and the owl lived happily ever after. He got to catch up on his sleep, and he slept very sound. That's the story of Little Hoot, and I hope you enjoyed it. You can make sounds like an owl by going woo, 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 woo. And one more thing we're going to talk about before we leave today is our letter of the week. The word owl begins with the letter, do you know? It's right here on my box. If you said O, you're right. Now let's see what else begins with the letter O. I'm going to describe some things in my box. Well, first of all, we've got an owl. We already know that owl begins with the letter O. I'll describe some other things and see if you can guess what they are. This happens to be a fruit. It's got a skin on it that we peel before we eat it. And it's nice and sweet. Do you know what it is? If you said orange, you're right. Orange begins with the letter O. There is something that lives under the water. It has 8 arms. You know what it is? Octopus begins with the letter O. Also, this is a shape. It's not a circle, but it looks a little bit like a circle. It's kind of shaped like an egg. It's called an oval. That begins with the letter O. Oh, and this is a color. It's not red, but that's orange, begins with the letter O. Oh, and I have a picture of a character who lives in a garbage can. You happen to know somebody who lives in a garbage can? Oscar. Yes, Oscar the Grouch lives in a garbage can. His name begins with O. And, oh, there's an animal. It's a bird, a very tall bird. Very long legs. You know what it is? Ostrich. And that begins with the letter O also. And let's see, this is a vegetable. And sometimes if you're around someone who happens to be cutting it up, they might have tears in their eyes because they make your eyes water sometimes. It's called an onion, and that begins with the letter O also. So that is our letter box for this week. If you happen to see anything or hear any words that begin with the letter O, tell someone and let them know that's our letter of the week. I hope you enjoyed our story time for today, and tune in again next week. We'll do it all again with a different theme. And now, like I said, we've got story time and more, which means we have our choice board online that will bring you lots of different activities that you can do online or at home with the computer or some craft supplies. So feel free to scroll along on the choice board and click on the different boxes to see what types of games, puzzles, and crafts that you might want to try out. It's also got some songs and some videos and some different stories being read. So check it out. I think you'll like it. Again, our theme for this week is owls. So enjoy all the activities that are out there. Until next time, when we'll have another theme. Bye-bye now.